What is up, guys? It is Capital Coasters here, and welcome back to another video. And today I'll be bringing you guys another coaster review. And today I'll be reviewing Manta at SeaWorld Orlando. Now this is the B&M flying coaster at the park, and this is a really fun ride. So today I'll be talking all about it. I'll be going through the layout, talking about the pros and cons with this ride, and then give it a final score out of 100 at the end of the video. Alright, so for the layout, you're going to come to the station, turn, and then go straight into the lift hill, which is actually a really fun lift hill. Like on all other B&M flying coasters, you are facing towards the ground, which is a really cool experience, and you're actually looking down at like all the people below you, because this ride is pretty much right over like the pathways and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they do play music going up the lift hill, however I don't really remember, but it's a pretty cool experience. Going up, and then you're going to crest over the lift hill. Get a nice view looking down at the ground. Then you're going to go into your drop, which is pretty fun. It's definitely a different experience from like your regular sit down or inverted coaster, because it is a flying coaster. Then you're going to rise up and then dive down through the insanely forceful, crazy pretzel loop, which is just ridiculous. And you're going to go into a pretty forceful left-hand turn here. Then you're going to go into an inline twist, which gives some decent laterals. Then a helix here, which gives some really nice positive G's, to another nice corkscrew, just gives some great laterals, and then rise up into the mid-course brake run, go through the mid-course brake run, and you're going to dive down here into a turn, which actually has a really cool water effect. Then you're going to bank here, and then fly right past a waterfall, which is great. Then one more final fun little inline twist, then dive down towards the water through a nice little turn, then rise up, and then go into the brake run. So that's about it for the layout. Now talking about the pros with this ride, this is actually a pretty intense ride. A lot of people say it isn't super intense just because Tatsu exists. This ride just doesn't give a lot of force, but no, I found it to be pretty intense. A lot of the turns and inversions in the first half gave some really good force, especially that pretzel loop was insane. The second half not so much, but still a little bit. But the first half is really compact, and that's I think why it's so intense. All those turns are very tight. That's what makes it so forceful. It's not crazy intense. It's not like Intimidator 305 or Sky Rush, but if you're a B&M, it's actually on the more intense side. This ride also has some good, lateral moments, going through some of those inversions, like the inline twists and the corkscrews and whatnot. That's a really cool experience. I love the pretzel loop on the ride. It's just such a unique element. This was my first B&M flying coaster, for those of you guys who don't know. So I never experienced, something like a pretzel loop. And it was a really, really unique and forceful experience, and just a really cool sensation. The drop was fun. It's also a pretty long ride. It has plenty of elements. It has 4 different inversions, plenty of like bank turns and whatnot to go with it. And I like how the mid-course brake run splits up the both halves of this ride. I'm definitely satisfied with the ride length. This ride's also really smooth, but that's expected with like a somewhat newer B&M. It's also a really photogenic ride. I really like the color scheme. The trains look cool. I like the interaction with the water. As I said, that turn coming off the mid-course brake run, or after the drop off the mid-course brake run. You have that water effect where water shoots up, and you can almost get wet. That's a really cool moment. It actually goes right by the park entrance. You see that like right when you're coming in, and it flies past that waterfall, which is actually on the back side of the entrance sign for the ride, which is really cool. Really the whole second half is over water, which is cool. Makes for a cool experience on and off the ride. Just looking at it and riding it. This ride also has some great theming. As I mentioned, the trains. There's also like this ride plays music. I'm not sure if it's like a specific Manta soundtrack. I think it is. Like going up the lift hill on the brake run and in the station, I think, which is really cool. The queue line is really well themed. It's basically like an aquarium. They have all types of fish and rays and whatnot. and there's some like cool like rock and like gem patterns on the walls. There's some like cool like quotes from like marine biologists and whatnot, which I really like that. Unfortunately, there isn't much good footage of the queue, so that's why you're not seeing any right now. But if you've ridden this coaster, you know what I'm talking about. Theming's really great. This ride just has a lot good to it. Now talking about the cons, there really aren't many. It's just, I think the reason that this isn't my favorite coaster is just there are coasters that are, better than flying coasters. It's not going to be the best coaster out there, but it is honestly my favorite ride in the park. It's kind of an unpopular opinion, but yes, I do like it more than Mako. For a while I did prefer Mako, but I think I now prefer Manta. But Manta is just a really cool coaster, definitely a really fun flying coaster. Got a lot great to it. So for its final score, I'm going to give Manta at SeaWorld Orlando a solid 88. I think it's a really, really solid ride. Definitely one of the better coasters out there, but not like world class. I'd say it's probably a top 100 coaster in the world, maybe. I'd say it's honestly right there with Tatsu from the looks of it. Definitely a really fun ride, really intense ride. Definitely a cool experience. Definitely go out to SeaWorld Orlando to ride this coaster. So that's about it for my review of Manta at SeaWorld Orlando. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.